Welcome back to Out and About today and our review of 2017 and the happy moments, if you will. James, I teased that we're going to talk about the year of the trans candidate.
He's a trans expert on the show. It just felt, it would happen that way this time.
You know, sometimes that's just how the cards fall, you know.
It is.
And, you know, but I think, you know, USA Today says that 2017 will be remembered as the year of the trans candidate, and it does look that way. I mean, especially in that iconic race in Virginia where, you know, Danica Roem defeated the politician who had been running the anti-trans
Bigot
legislation.
Bob, I think they called him.
Yeah, Bigot Bob, and she really stuck it to him.
About 45 votes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's...
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yes, it was a close, very close margin.
But it shouldn't have been close.
I know, that makes me so
close,
mad.
but it just proves that, you know, you got to get out there.
It also shows the importance of local politics and getting out there and voting, because, you know, the four of us are 10% of that winning margin.
That's right.
So, you know, don't stay home.
Let's talk about anniversaries. There's a lot of them in our community.
Yeah, so like
Tell
this year, 2017 marks the 15th anniversary for Out About Nashville, Tribe, and Nashville Black Pride. So I mean, we've been involved in all of them in some capacity for the last 15 years.
And I looked to see how long Lipstick's been here, because I feel like they opened the same year as Tribe.
Yeah.
But I couldn't find it anywhere. So
it's close.
Happy anniversary to them.
I would just guess that they were even older. That would just be my guess. Is that?
I don't think so.
It was around the same time.
Yeah.
So maybe we had Tribe,
really close.
Tribe, Play, and then Lipstick. All those kind of opened up around the same time. The paper, it kind of all fell in together right around the same time.
Wow. So I'm curious too. We were just talking about these 15 years though. So how long have you been at Out and About Nashville?
I've completed, gosh, I mean, I'm 3.5 years.
Yeah. So kind of what have been some of the highlights that you're looking back now that you would?
You know, definitely I've had a chance to talk with some people that were very interesting, and and I didn't make I should have made a list of people, but probably the most interesting story that I did at Out and About has been the article that I did on the Men's Social Club before they closed.
Yes.
And
a lot of people talked about that.
I still get Facebook messages from people asking me what their hours are.
Wow.
And, yeah. So if you're watching, I do not represent them, and I do not know when and where they meet.
I missed that story.
Oh,
I don't think I even knew about it.
Story.
It was a cover.
Yeah.
It was a cover.
Yeah. It made me, I mean, and a lot of people didn't realize that existed the way that it did, and so a lot of people were talking about that.
Well, and going back even further, Pam and I were kind of there in the almost very beginning. So I was the editor for the first 5 years, from like 2003 to 2008. And
I did a lot of different things.
You did a lot of different things. You were the ombudsman there.
Right, because we had a lot of issues.
We had a lot of issues.
I had to settle up.
But we also used to mail. So like we would actually post mail a lot of the copies. So we would meet at Pam's house and stuff the envelopes and drop them in the mail. And
fun times.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So we're going to transition. Did anybody else have anything to say about those anniversaries?
No.
Okay. So now I asked you all to come up with your high and low of the year. It doesn't have to be something that everybody in our community experienced, just it's a time to look back. Our viewers want to know what you're thinking when you look back of the high and low, and we'll start with Chuck. Okay.
Well, when we started talking about this before the show and thinking about highs, one thing that hit me, and covering entertainment like I do for the show, coming up this year on Broadway, they're doing a new version of Boys in the Band. And Ryan Murphy, the prolific producer-director, is mounting it. And the cast, it's like this who's who of LGBT, or basically gay stars. Because I knew I'd forget them. Matt Bomer, Zachary Quinto, Andrew Reynolds. I mean, really, some really great stars. And, you know, this used to not happen, where you had a lot of out gay actors who could literally headline a show. And to me, that says that we've come a long way, even on Broadway. And, of course, Broadway's always had, you know, there's always been a lot of LGBT associated with Broadway. But the fact that they're able to mount a major show with major stars that are out and proud.
That's awesome.
That was huge.
What's your low, if I could ask? You don't have one, do you?
So, the low is kind of the way we started the show.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been the overarching, you know.
I know, just the cloud. There's just a cloud over us.
And all we can do is stay in there and fight. Yeah.
That's right. Okay, James, what do you have for your high?
You know, I think probably, personally, I think transitioning out and about Nashville to all glossy magazine. You know,
yes.
you guys were talking about, you know, photocopying and stuffing envelopes, and
I know,
now
what a difference.
Now we're kind of a slick publication, and I think it's looking good, and hopefully we'll keep going in that direction.
It is. So nobody's getting personal here. Brent, what do you have?
So for my high, I mean, it's sort of a result of a low, if I can say it like that.
Sure.
So I've really enjoyed seeing the We Are Watching Tennessee, the Run for Something campaigns, all of the positive that has come out of a lot of negative of this last election. And to see people running and getting involved, that says a lot. Because I mean, we sit here and we talk and we're engaged and we've paid attention, and you know, a lot of other people didn't until recently. And that's really what We Are Watching, the 615 Resist, TN Resist, that's their hashtags. And they've been at it. It's not just a quick burnout and then gone. These people are at it and they're paying attention and they're helping others pay attention. And I think that has got to be a big high for all of us.
It is.
What about you?
Well, I know. So I'm not going to say keep it personal since you guys didn't. So I'm going to go with what really has made me happy is Thursday nights at 8 o'clock watching Will and Grace.
Good answer. Good answer. Good answer.
Well, you know, I have a few friends that come over regularly, and you can laugh, and they punch. I mean, they take the shots. They did not do this in the late 90s. They didn't.
Not as harsh.
Not even close. So I just enjoy it, and I'm going to go with that. I know that steals your thunder.
So,
your
no,
entertainment.
we all love that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But just to be the voice of negativity, what are the lows? We skipped 3 lows.
I know.
Well, we're out of time on that note, James. But thank you, guys.
He whose
we
name we
got to
cannot
go
say.
because that's all the time we have for you tonight. We will see you next week on Out and About Today.